This historical big no signal just flashed, and in this exact video I will be telling you what the next big move for Bitcoin is going to be, because I think I just find out what the next big Bitcoin move is going to be, and I also exactly found out what happened the last two times this thing happened. So make sure to watch this video till the end. It's going to be extremely important. I will talk about my Bitcoin trades, my setups, my current ongoing trades, and much more important stuff to discuss right now here. So don't forget to slap up the like button. Can we once again slap it back above 600? That will be absolutely incredible. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content, because once I am looking at the imminent short term, I can start to see that the broadening wedge has been starting to break out, and right now we are seeing some minor upside getting created for Bitcoin. Of course, yesterday I talked about that I shouldn't fall for the trap here, that people were expecting Bitcoin is going to go much lower than this point onwards, and today I've got some additional information that even confirms my thoughts here, why it is going to be extremely likely that this is of course going to be a short-term bottom, and that we could see a small rally towards the upside in the coming 2 days ahead of ourselves. So make sure to stay watching. Currently Bitcoin is breaking out of this pattern. The price target isn't really significant. The price target is on the top side of this broadening wedge, what is almost getting reached already. And really what I'm waiting for is the 4 hour to turn around, right? So the 4 hour, you can clearly see it's starting to turn around here. It's starting to find some support. It's starting to maybe create a bottoming structure. I still am waiting for a potential entry on my trade right here. Like you can see, I was extremely close by entering my trade, but unfortunately I have still not been entered on my trade here. And like you can see, this is the previous resistance, and I want to be longing the previous resistance because I think this level is going to flip into support. So if Bitcoin were to come down from off this point onwards towards levels of 21.3k to 21.1k, I am going to be entering up my next trade here on Bitcoin. That is how I'm going to be doing so. So currently I'm still waiting for my next Bitcoin position entry. There is still a CME gap on $20,000, so be aware. Bitcoin can still move down to 20k. If it moves down to 20k, I will be, of course, have a new trading strategy. And if you want to be seeing what I will be doing at that point, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because if we have a flash crash, I will be live streaming. And if it does happen, I will be making a video about my next trading opportunities. So make sure to subscribe to the channel right now here. But the reason why I think that I know what the next big Bitcoin move is going to be here is due to the inflation reports. If you have been sleeping on it, on the 14th, so in exactly 2 days from now on, we will be having the US inflation reports, and I will be live streaming this event as well. So that is also another reason to subscribe to the channel right now here. If I am going to be looking at the last 2 times the reports came out, they doesn't necessarily came out lower than expected. They came out somewhere about consensus, but look what happened the last 2 times here. So you can see that every single time the inflation reports came out for the last 2 times here, we have been seeing a significant market rally. On the left side, you can see the reports of December the 14th in 2022. You saw an approximately rally of an about 8.8% in the following 2 days before the event. And you can see here in the middle, that was the inflation reports of January. You can see on the 11th of January towards the 13th of January, we had a rally of an about 10% in just a matter of 1 day and 4 hours. And right now, we are about, let me say this correctly, 1 day and 18 hours out. And if I'm looking at these previous rallies, you can see that really the significant exponential movement tend to start somewhat about 1 day and 10 hours before. Here you saw it as well, 1 day and what was this? This was 21 hours before here, and the rally from here on started like 1 day and 4 hours before. So basically the last day, the day before the inflation reports, we tend to see really Bitcoin moving up significantly. So I think it could be happening again, because in the most recent Fed meeting, we heard Jerome Powell say if the inflation comes down very quickly, we are going to be turning around our policies, and we're going to be looking at meeting by meeting and by report. So if the inflation comes in lower than expected, it will most certainly give a signal to the Fed that they could potentially start to pivot. So the inflation reports are more important than ever before. And since many people are expecting inflation is coming down very quickly, and since it's calculated year on year, it's likely that we could drop very quickly this time around here. The prediction is that we're only going to drop by 0.3%, but I wouldn't be surprised if it actually is going to be more than 0.3% here. So yeah, that is the reason why I think I can predict the next move here. I'm actually expecting a similar move like that. Another big run up in towards the event. Of course, here in December, we still saw a drop off afterwards. Here in January, we saw a continuation towards the upside after the event. So let's see what's going to be playing this time around. In January, the volatility was extremely low. Why? Is because the inflation reports came exactly in as was predicted, and due to that, we tend to see a low volatility. We could see the same, but like you can see, the movement towards the upside was already priced in before the event happened. And since right now, once again, the inflation looks to drop by at least 0.2 to 0.3%, it could be well mean that we are going to be pricing in the next inflation reports in the coming days ahead of us. So make sure to get ready for that one. If I will be looking at my big support chart and real quickly flip it on towards the daily time frame, you can really see that right now Bitcoin on the daily time frame, it had a minor pullback, and right now it's entering important stages of support. I truly think that this level is going to be likely to hold it up here. If we do see a very big bounce from over here on and move back up towards that 24,000 US dollar barrier, you can see that we are potentially creating an inverse head and shoulders, and this could be very well be a very bullish pattern for Bitcoin that could be playing out. So keeping my eyes open on that one as well. Of course, for my trade, like I told you, I'm looking to scale in towards this trade. So as Bitcoin goes down, I'm looking to enter in towards my next Bitcoin long position, because I think the next big move for Bitcoin is going to be up and not down here. So if we do see a minor retracement, that is still the strategy what I will be using. I'm still looking to enter my trade. So yeah, if you're interested in that one, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because I will keep you guys up to date exactly about my trade right now here. And my swing trade is still in 30,000 US dollars profit, and I'm looking to scale up my trade if Bitcoin falls down to 21.2k, and I will be scaling on my trade with approximately $20,000. So that's going to be a massive scale in towards my Bitcoin legendary trade here. And if you want to be trading yourself, you can do so as well, because if you sign up an account using the link in the description right now, you can claim a 30,000 US dollars deposit bonus for anyone who signs up. And if you're living in the US, you can check out BitGet, what is also giving you a 20k deposit bonus. Furthermore, the daily time frame, we talked about it, is bouncing from this important support, but on the 3-day time frame right now, we can also start to see that Bitcoin is creating that bullish EMA ribbon cross on the 3-day EMA ribbon, and this is a signal that has not flashed for in about 400 days. And historically speaking, once the 3-day EMA ribbon flashes bullish, you tend to see that the market tends to also rally in the following days. Not necessarily straight away, but it is a signal in the bigger picture that Bitcoin is entering bullish momentum, right? And we are currently seeing this signal flash again. I want to be pointing this out to everyone here. The 3-day EMA ribbon is a serious indicator to look at. Of course, it very well will be providing support if we come down towards that 20k barrier, because the EMA ribbon is currently trading on $20,000. So make sure to pay attention towards that. But this is definitely a very good development in the markets. The 3-day EMA ribbon flip bullish. If you want to be staying up to date about all the charts and all the latest information, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.